As people tune in, that'll be the first thing they hear. Thursday death. Tune in Thursday for death.
I will.
Right? Awesome. Well, let's just get started, shall we? Yeah, if you would be willing to put your phone away for a little bit, that would be awesome, Sauce. I'd appreciate it. I like your presence. Thanks. Awesome. Well, this is Body, Mind, Spirit. So I'm Jane, and I'm really grateful that we all get to be here right now. So if we just want to maybe just anchor in. So just take a couple deep breaths on your own, however that looks and feels. Take really big, full, deep breath in, and just let these breaths go. Come back into your body and into the present moment. Let your mind be open and spacious. Let your heart open and activate. Acknowledge this beautiful body that you've chosen and all the steps that it has walked you, all the places that it's taken you, all the hugs that you've given, all the hugs that you've received, and all of the power and the beauty in this present moment. Nothing else is happening. Nothing else is important. You're in the right place at the right time because you are right here, right now. Together, we'll all take a big breath in. Just let it go. Yeah. So now we're here. Doodly-doo. So I'm curious, how's everybody feeling? What's going on? What's going on in the world of you today? Anyone?
I had depression
You do or you did?
over the weekend. I still have a little bit of it today.
Yeah.
I kind of walked it out, and doing the right things gets rid of it. And that's what I'm doing. But it's hard for me, and I should know this. It's hard for me when I check out to check back in.
It's hard to check back in.
It's hard to get back in the groove, and to feel like I'm back in the groove. I am in the groove, and I am doing fine. And I've done my meditation, all the things I'm supposed to do. This too shall pass.
That's true. Just like the joy, right?
Right,
It's so
right,
funny.
right.
Like whenever we feel, oh, hey, good morning, Charles. It's so funny, like how when we feel like excited and happy and joyful and peaceful and secure, that we're never like, oh man, how am I going to get out of this?
I know.
We don't. We just enjoy it for what it is. We just experience it for what it is. But when we feel something that we don't like, what we want to do is get out of that.
Yeah.
And then we don't get to really fully be in it because the whole time I'm trying to get out of it.
Well, I let myself be in it for a couple of days.
Yeah. And that was this past weekend? I'm trying to remember this past weekend.
Well, we had a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Everybody was off yesterday.
And it could be, like psychologists used to say, well, what happened to you 2 weeks ago? And it could have been Christmas, a little left over Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm glad that you experienced that, and I'm glad that you're no longer experiencing it, that you got yourself through it.
Right.
Like you got yourself through it.
Right.
Whatever support you had outside of yourself, you still got you through it. So I just want to acknowledge that. How's everybody else feeling? What's shaking? Come on, Mama. Everybody has their body with them?
Oh yeah, it's here, but it's not functioning like I usually have to function. I'm at an odd right now with my body. Yeah, my spirit, I guess it's just in everybody else's spirit. Some negative, some positive. I mean, it's a balance of it. Man, I believe everybody to fix it, It's fuel don't went up. A lot of things and everything. Well, some things are down, some things are up, but it's kind of a balance of it. So, and some of the negativity is dispersing, and some of it is still there. Health is everybody's issue pretty much right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Thanks for feeling all of it.
Ain't no choice. I'm a human being.
Well, you do have,
Prayer.
well, that's the, right, well, but that's the thing, we do have a choice, right? We all have a choice to numb out. We all actually have a choice today to completely numb out. We could all go choose to drink, go do some drugs, go do some like really unhealthy, self-harming behavior. We all have a choice. But the fact that we're not choosing that and we're choosing to maybe feel the discomfort and that we're choosing to ride the wave, like those are only for the brave. You know, the brave doesn't ride the wave. The brave doesn't feel the hard stuff, right? Or you know what I mean? Like those that are not brave are not going to feel the hard stuff, right? They're going to be the ones that like give up and they quit and they tap out. So I just want to acknowledge that, you know,
I mean, maybe I
pretty
can
brave.
misphrase it. I mean, being of the species that live on this planet, you know, all these things are like coming at you. Sometimes we don't even want to come at you, right? So it ain't like I had a choice of some of the issues, but I do have a choice to choose how I handle the issues. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'd say I'm ready for whatever comes my way.
Yay.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready
for
now.
it.
Like, I need to.
Uh-huh.
I love arms on chairs, but not when I want to sit crisscross applesauce
Uh-huh.
because I'm bigger than that space provided. Like I'm not that small. Great. Okay. All right. Well, how's everybody else feeling? What's shaking? Anybody else want to share anything? Nothing? Why are you here today? What brought you here today?
I'm here for you to guide me through getting out of my depression, but bringing me closer to a higher power. I'm here for you to tell me good and kind things and fill my brain with positive thoughts, and hopefully I can grab them and teach me how to thrive.
Okay. Easy peasy. What other reasons are we here? Well, I didn't catch your name. I'm sorry. Dominique? I'm Jane. Why are you here today? Yeah. It's a good place to go to get out of the house. For me, anyway. I'm glad you're here. Why are you here?
Started to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah. Feels good.
Yep.
Nice. I'm curious, why are y'all tuning in? Why are you here? So then here's a question. I'm gonna take it up a notch. So now we know why we're here, right? We want to get out of the house. We want to feel better, right? We want to connect. We want to connect with others, with ourselves, with something bigger, you know, a bigger community, a bigger feeling. We want to feel better, right? So I'm going to take it into another level of when I ask, why are you here? Why are you here on earth? There's no wrong answer. And you may not know. I don't know is also an answer.
Well, I firmly believe, because my happiness is connected to it, and my family is like this, that service is the reason I was born. But, I mean, to do service is why I was born. But I don't know really why I was born, you know, why this came together. But I do know my purpose is just to serve others. And I've done a pretty good job of it, even in my work. My previous work, I make people feel beautiful. So
Yeah.
I'm happy about that when I think about it. But I have to find people, you know, I pray, please put people in my way that I can help.
Awesome.
But for me, you know, at my age, Jane, I don't want much. But that would be, I want happiness, serenity, peace, and helping others.
Yeah. I can get on board with that.
And I don't know why I was born. Why was I born? I don't know.
Right? Rodney, why are you here? Why are you here on Earth?
I guess because I had to transition it from this plane.
I love that answer.
Okay.
I love that. Yeah. Okay. That's
Been a
valid.
while.
Yeah.
Ain't
Okay.
happened yet.
Yeah. I feel that.
57 years.
Right. Anyone else? Like any reason why you're here on Earth?
Like it was
Why are you here on Earth?
to help other people.
To help other people? Anyone else have a reason you're here on Earth? Do you know? Yeah. Let's see. My mom is on here online and she's saying to enjoy life and help others, share and spread love. Well, thanks. And, I think that I think a lot of us want to help others in some way. It feels good to hold the door open for someone. It feels good to help somebody if they're choking and you give them water. There's this little bit of satisfaction knowing that oh my God, I actually helped someone else. I smiled at someone and I saw them light up. Oh yeah, I helped them. That feels so good, And then I wonder what if we all helped ourselves, right? What if everybody helped themselves and no one needed anyone else's help, right? So say I'm choking, I got my own water, I'm good. I can open the door by myself. I can carry in all the boxes by myself. So then if we don't need to help each other, then why else would we be here?
Community, communication.
Yeah. Community, communication. What else? Have fun?
Yeah.
To play, to create, to learn, to grow, to nurture, to expand, right? To rest, to move, to live. That would really be the only other reason would be to live.
Right.
Why are we here on Earth? To live.
Uh-huh.
Why are you here? To live. That's really all we're here to do is just to live.
Right.
How we live is up to us. We can live and hurt ourselves all day. We can live and love ourselves all day. We can live and do both back and forth all the time if we want. We can do whatever we want, but we're here to actually live life. And why? Because why not? Why else would we incarnate?
Right.
Why else would we choose a body? So we could have a human experience. If we didn't want to have a human experience, we would have chosen to be I don't know, a plant, a fish, a dolphin. I would love to be a dolphin for a day. I'm just going to put that out there. If anybody has a way for me to be a dolphin for a day, that'd be great. Thanks in advance. Good morning. Ben is joining us. Mama said she's here to love.
To love.
Yeah. So, I bring this up because I feel for me, I can get really weighed down when it comes to life bullshit. I see something, I don't like it, it brings me down. Or I wake up and I'm down, or I wake up and I'm frustrated. Oh, I hate those days when I wake up and I'm just grumbly. Or the other day, in the middle of the day, I don't know what hit, but it was a case of the whiny butts hit me, and I was just whiny, and nothing was going right, and I was hungry, and I didn't have any food, and I didn't want to eat what I had anyway, because I'm tired of eating the same thing, and and then I started laughing at myself because I was feeling this just extreme energy, right? But all that to say is, I forgot what I was going to say because then I saw something online and then I got distracted. It happens sometimes. But I think that we're just here to live this life. That's what I was going to say. When I wake up or if I'm having a shit day, it's really easy for it to take me out of the game. And then my mind gets so focused on the thing that I don't like.
Right.
My mind will get so focused on why I am feeling mad Like, do you all ever have that? Like you start feeling away, and then your mind, like if your back starts hurting, and then your mind goes, well, why is my back hurting? What did I do? Did I not exercise enough? Did I exercise too much? Should I have done this? And so next thing you know, I'm not even living my life. All I know is now I'm experiencing pain, and my mind won't shut up about it. Do y'all find, like, am I the only one that has
No,
that
I
happen?
do that.
Like,
No, because sometimes I don't even know how the hell I feel. You know, right? Well, you know, what is this feeling? Even if I'm mad, I want to play something angry, so I know what the hell I'm feeling. Or it's sad, I want to play something sad, so I know what the hell. I guess I'm just emotionally inept. I don't know.
what makes that? No, it sounds like the opposite of inept. Like, you feel a thing, you're aware of the thing, you feel it.
Well, I'm just saying,
You know?
I just know how to feel in that feeling. So, you know, I'm lost in the emotion.
Oh.
Like I never even had that feeling ever before.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it don't associate with nothing in my life, but I'm feeling it. You know?
Right? Well, and I was talking to someone recently, and they were feeling some kind of feeling, but they didn't know what they were feeling. But they were feeling it. And then I'm like, you don't have to name your feeling. You don't have to name it. You don't have to identify it by something that we've been taught that we need to identify it as, right?
Right.
Like, if I feel a certain thing, I don't have to call it sad. If it's not really, I mean, it's kind of sad, but it's not sad. But like, we can call feelings colors. You know, I'm feeling a little bit blue. I'm feeling a little bit red. I'm feeling a little feisty. You know, I'm feeling a little agitated. I'm feeling electrified. I'm feeling buoyant. I'm feeling bouncy. You know, I'm feeling like Bob. Who's Bob? I don't know, but it's the feeling that I call Bob because I have no idea otherwise what to call it.
Yeah.
You know, and then because if my brain is so busy trying to identify
Right.
and reason out what my body or my emotions or my spirit is experiencing, then I am taking myself out of this life game if I do that for a long time. You know what I mean?
So and when you were talking, awareness came to my mind. And I think it's because when I start thinking negative thoughts or something that's not right, I become aware. If I can become aware, I can change it. And I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, I'm glad you shared that. So a lot of times, so when the last like really big intrusive thoughts that came in for me were suicidal thoughts, and so they all like flooded in at once, and they were like, I want to die, you know, or like whatever that feeling and those thoughts were, right? And then there was a part of me that was like, no, you're not supposed to think that. You're not supposed to feel that. No. Like, shove it aside. And then there was this other part of me that was like, why are you feeling that? What's wrong with you? You don't have anything to feel that about. And then there was this other part that was like, don't tell anyone. They're going to freak out and judge you. Right? They're going to call someone for help. So what I got to do was just be with the thought. I didn't try to change it. I was just like, oh, okay, so you're feeling like some suicidal thoughts. Okay. Like, well, where are you feeling that one in your body? You know, and so then I started to, I feel nothing in my body. I feel empty. Wow. When was the last time you felt that empty, Jane? And so I became like this observer in conversation with myself during these really hard thoughts and feeling times, as opposed to me judging it, trying to change it, trying to hide it. I became the one that I was interacting with. So basically it's like talking to yourself, but you're talking to yourself as your higher self and then as the self that's in a lot of struggle.
I get that because I throw names on a lot of stuff, you know, and maybe that's what I need to get out of my head, calling it. You know, standing, you know, working for them, it's all changing that mood, you know, and yeah, maybe name this stuff, you know, really sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we try to name things that in many other ways would be nameless, right? So like when we think about like the source of great spirit, you know, whatever that word is to you, everybody's going to have a different name for it. And it's still nameless. It's not like this universe or this God has like a name tag that says, hello, my name is. It's literally nameless. But we try to rationalize it and give it a name so that we can understand it and know what category to put it in so we can human around with it.
Mhm.
We do that same shit to ourselves. Well, what am I feeling so I know how to categorize it? How am I feeling so I know how I should show up? How should I behave? It's like, okay, so I wake up and I'm experiencing feelings of depression.
Right.
Okay, I am. And I can still go for a walk and feel depressed.
Mhm.
I can do both, you know? And then is this depression, is it a sad depression or is it an anger depression? Ooh, let me see if there's a nuance in this,
Mhm.
you know, and just kind of start playing with me
Yeah.
and all of the things that feels good and that doesn't feel good. Because otherwise my old pattern was to totally distract and numb myself out from it. So for me to get super present and super focused with me in these hard times, like what a gift. Because nobody else can be with me like that during these hard times.
Yeah, because I notice even when my body is aching, and I just get up and just start moving around, kind of works out the ache. So, yeah, if I like just put a name to it, oh, my back hurt, or, but standing being, in my head, but it get active with it.
Yeah.
Start working on something. Try to figure out, what soothes that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been working. And then I've been moving around when I'm feeling achy, So yeah, I'm working on something.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. Like we get to move through it all. I mean, we're going to move through it. That's the thing.
Mhm.
Like we are going to move through whatever it is we're feeling or experiencing every day. We're going to move through it. It's like, well, how do I want to move through it? It's like if I have to walk through a mud puddle, I can try to float over it. May not happen.
I miss
I might jump in it. Right? I might choose to jump and splash in it. Okay. I might have a mess to clean up afterward. Okay.
Right.
It's this life. It's just life. It's just life. We make such a big deal out of it because we just forget that we're just here to live it, have fun, experience all the crap,
Mhm.
and have fun. That we're actually made and designed to feel good, to feel pleasure, to feel joy, to feel connected, to be in communication, to be in community, to feel safe. We are designed to feel and experience all of that. And we will put ourselves in situations where we don't feel all of that. And that's okay. But it doesn't mean that we don't deserve it. It doesn't mean that it's not accessible in any moment that we want. And then I don't know about y'all, but like sometimes I just need to change the subject.
Yeah.
Like what was it? It was either this morning or last night. I don't know, timeline. I've been doing a lot of meditating and a lot of breath work lately. So I'm like super amped up. I'm like breath. But at one point, all of a sudden I got this wave. I think it was this morning. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I got this wave of like, well, I feel good. I feel really happy. And then a part of me quickly said, but why? What makes you feel so happy? Like what happened?
Right.
And I was like, change the subject on that. I don't care why.
Right.
I'm just going to feel it. I'm just going to ride this wave as long as it lasts.
And Popper reading his card, they say that we use our words against ourselves. And that is so true. And when I'm depressed, I shouldn't be depressed. Get out of bed. No. And so thank you for everything you're saying. We can move on at any time, but thank you. I'm taking it
Yeah.
all in.
I love that. And then think about that, right? So say you're feeling pain, right? We've all felt pain, physical, mental, emotional. So I'm just going to use the word pain and you apply it however you see fit. So say you feel pain, right? So I don't want to ever ignore my pains because my pains are a message, right? If I have a pain in my leg, that is a message for me. I don't know what it is. I get to learn it, whatever. But what I also can do is in my pain, emotional, whatever, I can also tell myself other truths of what I am and what I'm experiencing. So, for example, I'm feeling depression. I'm having a lot of depression. Don't really want to get out of the house. Don't really want to do much right now. Kind of want to peace out. Kind of just want to shut the blinds. I don't really want to leave right now. And I can also tell myself that I am a complete badass, that I'm a warrior, that I am, the king or queen of the kingdom of my home. I can say like, and I'm still a superhero. I'm a superhero. I'm the Marvel comic person that they haven't written about yet. Ooh, wow. Like, so we can even be the other things and still be in pain.
Right.
We can be a survivor. We can be a thriver. We can still be a supporter in the community. We can still be a brave, special soul on this earth
Right.
and be in pain. So to me, it's that reminding of myself, like these other truths that are constant truths. I know that I am a loving, kind human. I may mess up. So that's when I get to remind myself, like, that's okay. You're still a loving, kind human, Jane. You may have flipped that person off when they cut you off, but you are still loving and kind, And it's the same thing when we're feeling pain.
Uh-huh.
I'm still a love nugget on this earth plane doing the best I can. I'm just experiencing depression today. Okay. I'm still worthy of life. Okay.
Uh-huh. I like that.
Yeah, these inner dialogues
Yes.
are completely bonkers.
Mhm.
Like the way we talk to ourselves, we would never talk to someone else like that. We would just like hold them instead. If someone says that they're hurting, like we're not going to be like, well, what's wrong with you? What did you do to deserve it?
It's my mother.
Yep, mama. Yep. Same. Like, no, we would be like, oh my God, are you okay? Can I get you anything? Do you need a hug? That's what we would do if someone came to us and said they were hurting.
Mhm.
So if we treated ourselves like that, like, oh my God, I see you. I acknowledge that you're in pain. Is there anything I can do? No. Okay, well then I'm not going to leave you. Conversation with self.
Uh-huh.
And then it rolls over into how we treat our physical body, right? However it is that we truly talk to ourselves is reflected in the way we take care of our physical body. Do we nurture our body? Do we nourish our body? Do we last minute and be like, oh yeah, I haven't had any water in a couple days and now I'm starting to feel thirsty? Or do we take continual care of our physical body every day? I'm curious, do y'all take care of your physical body every day? Like real care, like loving care.
I think I do. Because I kind of go overboard with body lotions and that kind of thing, and getting my outfits together, and that's loving myself because I enjoy it so much. Eating when your money is down is a very hard thing to do healthy, but I try to keep it as healthy as I can and be around right food. And my mental and physical thing I do. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
What about anybody else? Do you lovingly care for your body? And how? And the answer can be no. I mean, anyone?
Well, I got doctors supposed to be looking after that. But I'm sorry. But anyway, more people need to listen to this conversation that we have about, these weird things we attach to, or attach ourselves to, call it a name, and stuff like that, because, and a lot of people just come outside willy-nilly. They don't really know that they're going to harm or be harmed. Some people are so frightened of, it's like you speak to them, they jerk. Or some people and everything, if you speak to them, they're like, who you talking to, So, yeah, because probably, they in a rage, they don't even realize, what's raising, or know what they're raising. But then give it time to like talk to themselves and work this thing out with themselves before they step out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It would be nice.
I agree.
Because sometimes I don't even know what's coming at me. And sometimes I don't want it. You know, I don't want it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want it.
Yeah. Well, and you said something, like how oftentimes we tend to rely on like doctors and stuff to take care of us. And I mean, if we're real honest, doctors have an agenda. They get paid by the pharmaceutical companies. Like they get a kickback and they get paid when we're sick. So like only special doctors actually want us to get well because they're not in it for the money. They're in it for the mission of the job. Right. I think many of them are not in the mission of the job. So if we rely on others to take care of us, right, solely, then we don't really take that full like responsibility of the gift of having this for myself. That like I get to have this body and I get to have free will, I get to have choice, I get to have autonomy, I get to be sovereign, I get to be interdependent. I get to be individuated. I get to be myself. I get to express myself the way I want. That when we hand that over to someone else, we are giving away the gift of what I am. Right?
Preservation.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, definitely, keeping the medical peeps and help, having them help us out when we need. And,
I
yeah.
try to stay as healthy as I can. And when I have little things like tummy aches, I go buy something at the grocery store, if possible, if it's that bad. But I used to go to the doctor all the time because I was spoiled. And I go very, very seldom. Even when I go, like I went and he referred me to over here. And then I didn't get the message about over here, so I never went back to you. It's like it's always pushing you off to somebody else instead of just a good general practitioner that says it's nothing, it is something.
Yeah.
That's all you want.
Well, a lot of the medical profession will pick one area of expertise
Right.
and only know that. So it's like you go and, you're like, hey, I have a pain in my elbow. And they're like, well, let's scan the elbow. Let's do x-rays on the elbow. Let's do all this. But they don't actually see that, you might be coming in there like this because your neck is so tight. Oh, look at that. Right. They're not seeing the whole picture of us.
And they in such a timetable.
Oh, yeah. They're like
And
2
I got,
seconds
like,
later.
4 different doctors I got to see for diagnoses, yeah.
Well, and think about this too, right? When we go to like the way the medical system has now been set up, they only know this much, just this tiny little bit about one thing. Actually, they know all of this about one tiny thing. That's what I should have said, right? I know everything about your pinky finger, but not about the hand, right? So it's kind of like we will do that same thing with ourselves.
Yeah.
We'll like pinpoint something and it's usually something that has to do with our thoughts or our emotions or our body. And we just like hyper fixate on it. And we try to like rip it apart or hide it away or like whatever, right? We don't even pull out and see the whole picture of like, wait a minute, I am a body, a mind, and a spirit all working together as one, right?
But
Okay.
That's what I tried to do
Yeah.
because I hate the doctor. Hey, John. That's fine. I hate the doctor so much that I definitely will do everything not to happen.
Right. And like, so Mama Jane's on here. She says, I try to take care of my body every day by being smart about what I eat, try to not sit all day, have positive thoughts, etc. Yeah. The body, the mind, and like getting the thoughts and all that. And it's like, for us to, good morning, or good afternoon, my bad, good afternoon. But like when we have this awareness that like we are this whole system, that we can start to be just so much more present with all of this that happens, and that we can hold ourselves with it. We don't have to rely on someone else to help us, to support us.
Right.
So that when we do come out to be in community, to be with friends, to be with family, to go to Target, to do whatever, that we're literally able to just be present, have fun.
Uh-huh.
And then what happens is we are then of service
Yeah.
because we are so much more of service when we are fully like taking care of ourselves. And I mean, I can attest to this. I don't know if y'all can, but like when I was using drugs, like it was my job, I really wasn't that helpful to anyone else outside of myself. I wasn't.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't at all. You know, when I was drinking, like it was my job and I would go to work and I thought that I was doing a good job. But like, I think that the people that I was with, they could feel that through me.
Uh-huh.
You know, they could feel that coming out of me. And they probably felt like, oh, you know, Jane's hurting.
Mhm.
That didn't lift them up. They didn't leave there and go like, man, I feel so good because Jane felt so good.
Uh-huh.
Right? So it's such a job. It's such a full-time job to tend to the body. We know that. You know, I gotta feed it, I gotta poop, I gotta drink water, I gotta clean it. Like it's all the time. It never ends. Right? And we get to have to be really conscious stewards of our mind. Otherwise, it will take the reign and completely ruin the show.
That's right.
It will.
Yeah. And that we get to remember that we are this divine energetic being called spirit by whatever name you call yourself. And that we get to let that be what starts to really like take up our space. To let our heart take up the space of us.
Well, you know what help I used to get in there when I was using stuff? I got referrals. Hey, I even got, better proof way to use it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like the temperature amount that I was using was too high.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, it helped me a lot more than doctors. So yeah, I guess I kind of referred to them than going to my doctor, you know?
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
was a lot of doctors.
Right?
Well, I got referrals for something else.
Yeah.
Self-medication.
Yeah.
But myself.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I just want to, I guess, just remind all of us that, like, we can just take it easy on ourselves, that we don't have to beat ourselves up over shit, that we can just remember that we're here doing the best we can, and that we're going to have what we call good days and bad days, and that we get to live it. We get to feel depression. And I know how this sounds because depression is not the thing that I want to feel. I don't want to feel suicidal. I don't like that shit. But I tell you what, I've never felt more alive in those moments compared to when I numbed myself.
Yeah.
Because it's real.
It's so real.
It's real.
It's so real. And then when we're dead, which we'll talk about more on Thursday, but when we're dead, we don't feel any of it. We don't feel hugs. We don't feel joy. We don't feel sorrow. We don't feel grief. We don't feel pain, right? We have eternal bliss. Wow, yay, eternal bliss sounds great until you get bored. Because eternity is for, I don't know, ever. So we choose to come here. I think that we choose to come here to be on this earth plane, to have these experiences, to feel the pain, to feel the density, to feel the hardships, and to feel the rise and the exaltation and the liberation, to feel all of the ups and the downs. Because otherwise we're just floating and coasting along in a completely neutral space. We'll get that eventually. Can we celebrate when our body hurts?
Because when your body hurts, if you're suffering like from depression or anything of that nature, you go from hurting, but then you start the healing process.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful experience. If you ever experience depression when you're low, because when you are depressed, you have low energy, you have a low vibration. I can almost feel it. We were talking about this in our music class the other day, how music has frequency, but our energy has frequency too. Right? And so when we are in that low space, it's vibrating very low. I don't know, I felt it before one time. I was just like, it was a very low pitch down here in the basement. I felt like I was feeling it. But then when I came out of that, I looked back over, it's like, wow, I came out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, whoa, You know, you get this new level of strength from suffering from the depression, but coming out of it, you gain something new every time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you ever heard that saying, for every loss that there's a gain?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. When you lose some part of you, you gain something else throughout that loss, experiencing that loss. Does that make sense?
Totally.
And I now have a newfound respect for those times when I know I'm not feeling my best. You know, because some people don't like the rain. I love this kind of weather, right? This weather right here gives me some kind of form of energy that I need, because I like the rain. I like water. I like the rain. But then the sun does this thing too. When it comes out and shines, it's a beautiful day. I like that too. So I can appreciate both. But
Yeah.
going back to that spiritual, we are spiritual beings, and people feel that before you even open your mouth. Your nonverbal language is more louder than your verbal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're low, think about it, when you're not feeling well and you show up, or you've been using or whatever, and you show up, people know.
Yeah.
They just know. You can feel it, you can see it. You don't even have to say much,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And right now I'm gonna single you out, but I'm singling you out, but not in a bad way, but like today. I said, hey, Rodney, how you doing? At least you were brutally honest, and you said, not the best. And I said, you know what, I said, I'm a little under the weather, a little bit, but I can tell
Yeah,
by just knowing and seeing you
that's
every
losing
day.
confidence. You know, it's notable that the confidence is just not. Sometimes people call me overconfident. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm not feeling too confident. Right? I mean, because I had to rely on someone else. I ain't never had to do that. Really, I always challenge, someone else that, hey, you can look at it. You think I'm not gonna get it? I bet you my $100 to your one, and I want my $1. That's how confident I was to that person, and they say, "Oh, he's so overconfident. I can't stand him." Right?
I love that you shared that, because think about this, right? When I think about confidence, right? There's this space of like knowing, right? What is confidence other than an embodied knowing,
Right.
right? And here's the thing about confidence is that I can embody the knowing that it's time for me to receive.
Mm.
I can embody with confidence to know that I deserve to relax, that I can be taken care of right now, that I am here to restore my energy or heal my body, right? That takes a deeper level of confidence to know that I am choosing to rest. I am choosing to receive. I am choosing to heal. I'm choosing to not know. I'm confident that I don't know right now everything. Cool. Right? So confidence is merely just the perspective of the reality that we're in.
Putting a name to it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And putting the name on it kind of goes back to what you said. You know, whatever it is we're feeling, so if we're feeling depressed, and if I think about a building, right? Well, what floor am I on? Am I really in the basement, or am I in the tunnel beneath the basement? Right? Or am I really just like on the ground floor? Am I actually on the third floor? Because I've actually been in the basement before, but I've been on the 8th floor so long that me being on the 3rd floor sure feels low. But actually it's really not that low. So just taking it all into consideration, like where we are and where we've been, and that everything is just a matter of whatever labels we give it, and that no matter what, we're here to live it with any labels we want. We can say that we are suffering, or we can say that we're healing. What's the difference? If I break a bone, I can do both at the same time. I can suffer because I'm in pain, and I am healing it at the same time.
Right.
So am I confident? I am. I'm confident that I don't know shit right now. I know that I don't know everything. It's great. It's awesome. Am I confident that I've been here before and I've gotten myself out of this before? Yeah, I am. And then it makes me more okay with where I am, wherever that place is, and to apply it when we're really great feeling, I'm really confident, I'm feeling so much joy, and this isn't permanent. So I'm going to enjoy that joy even more. I'm going to really be more present with it. And then if I'm really confident that I've been depressed before and I've gotten myself out of it, that it makes it a little bit lighter for me, and I may have moved up a level in this building of life. We just got to take care of ourselves, keep loving ourselves, reframe whatever thoughts that are not serving us. The thoughts are the thing that we have the most control over. 100%, we have control of our thoughts. They might come in and be like, I'm controlling you. And then we can say, yep, you sure are. And I'm going to have this other thought. So y'all can fight it out. Because I know the thought that I'm going to think is that I'm a survivor. I'm a thriver. I'm a warrior, right? Whatever. I'm so excited to talk about death on Thursday.
I know, me too.
So until Thursday, let's all live fully and freely and confidently and restfully, confidently restful, in free will, like choosing what it is that we're experiencing, being okay with, like choosing to be okay with our emotions. We can do that at least until Thursday. And Thursday we'll just dive into death.
All right, can't wait.
I'm
This is
excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Gonna talk about death on Thursday.
My back hurts me trying to do this. Not hurt.
I do that every morning. That's a part of my
Me too.
my breath work.
I just can't do. I didn't do it enough. So.
Yeah, it's a lot. Our bodies are getting a lot of energetic pulses that it's not the easiest to manage right now. Like we're literally getting pummeled with solar waves that are electric and they're plasma and they're magnetic. So it messes with our body, it messes with our mind, and it messes with our spirit. And I'm not joking.
Well, I will be there.
Yeah. Like the electrical pulses that the sun is hitting us with, it can make our minds feel really distracted and confused. The plasma waves that are coming at us can make our physical bodies hurt. It can give some people flu-like symptoms. It can, and the electromagnetic pulses, like the magnetic pulses, can make our hearts hurt. Meaning, not just like heart attack or whatever, but just like all of a sudden I feel depressed, I feel grief, I feel like I'm not doing enough in the world. Yeah. And so we've been getting all of these literal cosmic hits. So we're going to feel all
Low
this.
blood pressure already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so angina, all these things. But
Yeah. And that's why it's so important, I think, to really take care of ourselves right now, to be easy with ourselves, to drink a lot of water, and to just let our awareness be aware of what our minds are thinking and just be real present. A lot of people are really distracted right now. And you might be seeing that on the roads. People are driving like complete idiots. Like just pulling out in front of people, accidents all over the place. Like it's nuts.
I've been experiencing that for years.
Yeah.
Driving around Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, taking major risks. Just like, what the fuck? What are you thinking?
Yeah.
What have you been drinking or whatever?
Yeah. I mean, I almost got, I went somewhere on, I don't know, Monday, we'll say Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, I don't know, whatever, Sunday. And I went to turn onto Providence Road and I couldn't because a car, I guess, had gotten in an accident. So it was like on its side. And I was like, well, that's nuts. And then on the way back, this big SUV is like pulling out of a parking lot. And I'm like driving and they almost hit me. So like I had to slam on my brakes, all the stuff on my seat went flying. So after I honked my horn very loud and for a very long time and looked at her like, what are you doing? Then I pulled up and then I put my car in park so that she'd have to wait so I could like get all the stuff off of my floorboard. I was like, if you're going to hit me almost, like you're going to wait for me to clean up the mess in my car. But I want to thank everybody here. I want to thank y'all
Thank
online.
you,
I'll see you
Jen.
Thursday. I love y'all.
Mhm.
I do. I love y'all for being here.
Okay.
It's like you
I
say, be safe.